Hey everyone, this is Kelly and welcome to my channel Be You. So it is Monday night and it is 10 o'clock and I am on YouTube to do my weekly angel message. So if you want to know more about me, I would definitely check out my Facebook page, which is just my name, Kelly, spelled Kelly, and my last name, Musard. There you can find workshops that I host on my event page, and also I do live videos on Facebook as well. So if you like my videos here on YouTube, you should go over to my Facebook and um, and watch those videos. So yesterday I did a Facebook Live with channeling the angels as one of my events. So today, which is Monday, the 11th, I'm going to channel them again for YouTube. The one that they did yesterday was about an hour and 45 minutes. So I think they channeled for about an hour and 30 minutes. This one won't be more than probably 30 minutes. So basically, I just want to let you know what I do here is I just get my mind in a very clear understanding, clear state in my mind, and I channel what they call themselves as Leo, which is a collective of angels. So they're in the collective. That's where we're all from. Source, collective, God, whatever you want to call it, it's all the same. And I just call them forth so they can come through me and give you messages. No, sorry. If you are wanting to know your guardian angel's name or your personal angel's name, just go on my Facebook and check out the video that I did yesterday called, I think I called it Angel Talk, or it might be Angel Messages. They actually walk through an exercise on how to get the name of your personal angel slash guardian angel. I do not do any layout or any prep work for this. I like to use my intuition as much as possible. So the best thing I can do is not have a plan of what they're going to talk about and just channel them in, and then they talk about whatever they want. A couple of things that can happen while I'm channeling is one, I can sometimes I yawn a decent amount, and lately they've been changing oh, excuse me, changing my my voice box and whatnot. So I don't have any other basically any other updates or anything like that. In my description below, it actually shows you my Facebook page and it shows you my Etsy. If you're into tarot cards or oracle cards, I have them selling some of the collective kind that are no longer in print by Doreen Virtue. So you can check those out. And if you want to do book a reading with me or anything like that, just go to my webpage. It'll show you all the services that I offer. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to close my eyes. They do remain, my eyes do remain closed through the whole channeling session. It's just easier for me to stay connected to them if my eyes are not open. All right, so I'm going to get Leo, okay? Actually, one thing, I need some water before we start. Hold on. Okay. All right, here we go. Hello and good evening, everyone. Thank you for watching our video. And basically, we, the angels, is basically having in the front for leading. Trying to figure out what words to use for this. Basically, a lot of people in the human bodies will start to awaken and be able to communicate and allow us to communicate messages to the collective of the humans. The collective, as we call it, is not where we all come from. That's a different collective. When we say collective as humans, we are saying you're here on the human body, you're here in the human body on this earth plane playing a story. And we call you all the collective. So we just wanted to make that clear that you are aware that that is what we mean when we say the collective. That is where we pull our questions from. Now, regardless if you're watching this right now, why this is considered live, or if you're watching it months or years down the line, it does not matter. All that matters is that you find it in divine timing and you get the message you're meant to receive. There's no such thing as it's too late for anything. So, we're going to scan their collective here and see what's going on and see what people are most likely needing guidance with right now. Okay. So there's a lot of noise going on. Fear, of course, would be what you would consider what's going on the planet. So, as a collective, a lot of you guys are in fear base right as we are talking to you. It comes and goes. Sometimes you guys have the fear that is more heavier, and other times it's fear, but it's not so heavy that it's in the front of your mind. So tonight, it's fear, but not in the front of the mind. So we have quite a few people. And how we are doing this, we would like to explain how we're doing this. This is not just for the people who watch this video. When we scan the collective and the humans, we are scanning thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people. And then we pull out what seems to be the similar theme. And then that's what we talk about. And that's what we give our messages about. So we wanted to explain to you that's how we do the questions that come. And that's how we kind of base what we need to talk about. So, quite a few of you are very lonely right now. So, let's just start talking about that. One message that we were very strong about yesterday was to stop lying to other people and just be yourself. If you are lonely right now, why do you think you are? Most of the time, when humans believe they are lonely, they believe they are lacking a partner. But we are here to inform you that is not the reason why you're lonely. Most humans believe that they're supposed to do this, live on this planet with someone else, sharing their life with someone else. A lot of you believe that it's one person for the rest of whoever's life before one dies. Wouldn't you think that that kind be kind of boring to just be with one person? Let's say you met this one person when you're like 13, 14. Let's say when you're 16, you started dating and you've never been with anyone but that person. There's a huge belief that everybody should be with someone married, is what you guys call the word, married to a person for the rest of their lives. And that is just a belief that was handed down from a religious part, even a spiritual part, and even handed down from parent to parent to parent. But our message will always be the same, which is if that does not vibrate with you, if you're there listening to us and go, oh God, one person, marriage for the rest of my life, I don't want to, then you're not meant to follow in that mold. Now, don't get us wrong. If you are perfectly okay with having one person for the rest of your life, then go for it. We are here to support you for your highest good. But right now, there's a lot of you that are saying, Angels, I'm lonely. Please help me find a mate. Please help me find a partner. We would say, right now, you're meant to be alone. Ask yourself why. If you are someone that jumps from one relationship to another, to another, to another, and you never take time because you're so afraid of being alone, then we would definitely tell you right now that's what you need is alone time. Do you even know who you are without another person on your arm? And if you answer yes really quickly, which some of you did, we would say, are you so sure? Take a moment with this question because it's a very important question. Do you know who you are without that person on your arm? And really listen. Because not only do you humans lie to one another, you humans lie to yourself the most, is lying to yourself. You guys run so much on fear that you lie to yourself in whatever way you need to try to make you feel a little bit better, but it never works. You never feel better. Now, you can have moments of feeling better, you can have days of feeling better, but then that nagging, disgusting thing that's inside comes out. And don't get us wrong, we're not calling you disgusting at all. Just listen to what we're saying, listen to the words. We are trying to help you. You have asked us for a partner every day since your last partner left. Now, that comes into free will. When you ask us, the angels, for help for a partner, we can't really answer that prayer, if you want to call it prayer, request, whatever you want to call it. We can't answer that because that's a free will of another person. What we can do, and what we do every day that you ask that question, is that we send you love. Are you feeling it? Are you accepting our gift? Are you hearing us say, you're important? You're the most important person in your life. You are perfect in every way. When a partner comes into your life, it's because it's time for that partner. So if you are alone right now, you're meant to be alone. But this is not something negative. This is not something to keep you depressed or sad. This is an opportunity to learn about who you are and maybe not be so quick to just jump in to another partnership. Because maybe, just maybe, you have some unfinished business. And have you ever, well, we already know the answer, but we'll throw it out there. Have you ever not collected, my bad. Have you ever had the same partner over and over and over and over? You got to ask yourself why. Because right there should tell you that it's time to focus on you. And that's the thing with you humans. You don't really focus on you. You're actually programmed and you're basically stuffed with all this stuff not to focus on you. Think about it. It went back ever since you were little. Always being told not to be selfish. Don't focus on yourself. Focus on others. Now, helping others is a good thing. Don't get us wrong here. But if you can't help yourself, how are you going to help others? If you don't know who you are, how are you going to help others? Do you help others because you feel obligated that you have to do this? That's not really helping others. What do you feel when you help somebody? Do you feel like, oh, that was a waste of my time? Do you get frustrated? Do you get upset? Like, oh, I got to help this person move? Like, oh, that's boring. I don't want to do it, but I'll do it because, I have to be the good person and I have to help, but I really don't want to. This comes back to the same message. Be honest to yourself. Step into your power. Now, we're going back to the ones of you guys that are alone, desperately needing a partner. Right there, we used a word that should never be in that sentence. Did you know which one it was? Desperately. If you are desperately looking for a partner, we would say, hold on, stop. Why? Why are you desperately looking for a partner? What are you not willing to look at yourself that you need to hurry up and find somebody? What's the worst that can happen if you decide to stay single for a few months? And we know a lot of you are like, oh, but all my friends are dating and I can't be the single one. And oh, then I'll be the third wheel or the fifth wheel or the seventh wheel or whatever wheel that's the opposite number. But in that whole little spiel that we just did, was any that leading with love? That sounds like it's a condition. I can't be alone because all my friends are dating. Okay. Why is that any of your why do you care that your friends are dating? Okay. You don't want to be the third person out or however you guys say that. Third wheel, then say no when they ask you to go out with them. How about that? How about go, when I go out with you guys, I feel like I'm the third wheel. Have you ever told them that? We guarantee you have not. Why not? A lot of you guys just said, because that would make me sound like I'm like desperate or that I'm just so sad that, I'm jealous of the relationship. But nowhere in that statement is any of those feelings. Think about it. Let's just go ahead and do this example here. So your best friend happens to be dating this person. Let's just call the best friends two females for the story, okay? So let's say it's two females, they're best friends. One just boyfriend just broke up, and then in this case, we're going to go ahead and change it up. And we're going to have the one girl dating a girl, and then the one that just broke up, her boyfriend just broke up with her, okay? Because it doesn't matter in relationship who you are with. That does not matter. Really, you all should just stop with that. Seriously. Like, just stop. Love who you want to love. Don't give in to all that nonsense. It cannot be wrong if you love somebody. There is no wrong in love unless you're choosing it because of self-limiting beliefs, because you were told to, and on and on and on and on. But anyways, back to our example. So you have the two females that are dating, and then you have the other female, her best friend, that her boyfriend just broke up with her. Are you going to be sad? Well, yes, we would imagine she would be a little sad that he broke up with her. Normally, you humans, whoever breaks up with the other, the one that gets broken is the one that seems to hurt the most. Is that the case? We will tell you right now that isn't actually. You both hurt the same. Even though a lot of you won't believe that, of like, no, because that person broke up with me. Yes, but that doesn't mean that person's not in their own pain about it. It is a relationship. Two people created it, or three, four, whatever. So here it is. Your best friend and her girlfriend, they want to go to a movie. They want to invite you. They ask, you're like, hey, let's get you out. They're just trying to be a friend, right? Let's get you out. Why don't you go to a movie? You don't feel like it. You actually want to feel sad. And that's okay. Why not? You're in a human body. Might as well feel the feelings, right? The emotions that you only get in a human body. You don't get it when you're your soul, so you might as well feel it out. So if you're sad and go, I don't really feel like it, guys. I'm just kind of sad and I just, want to spend time by myself. What's wrong in that statement? Absolutely nothing's wrong in that statement. There's not one thing wrong because there is nothing that's wrong. We stressed that yesterday. You can't do anything wrong. But what you can do, and what most of you do, is that you don't speak your truth. Why do you think most of your guys' this throat here, this voice box that you were all given to communicate, most of you do not communicate with it. Most of you just spill out lies. Think about it. In a day, how many things have you said that was not the truth? And why did you say them? Some of you would be like, well, I didn't want to hurt someone's feelings. Yeah, that's a big one. We hear that a lot. Other one is like, well, I was told if you don't have anything nice, don't say anything at all. Oh, but see, you said something though. You said something that wasn't the truth. So, fear is an illusion. The more you guys, you humans, lie to yourself and each other, the more fear will seem to take over your life. Honesty is basically the best medicine for everything. Let's go back to the female that the boyfriend broke up. How long do you think her boyfriend was thinking about breaking up? Most of you guys, when it comes to breaking up, most of you actually wait a very long time before you actually break up with that person. You guys keep holding on, going, it'll get better. Or, that's okay. I can live with that. And you're just sit here and you list all these reasons to stay with someone, even though deep down in your heart, you know that it's over. But most humans stay for even longer until what happens? Well, most of the time, the person that chooses to end it can no longer stay. They have exhausted all their lies and they no longer have any more lies to tell. Do you notice that in relationships, most of the time when a relationship's over, but the person just can't tell the other one, they seem to start getting very agitated and they seem to be allowing everything to get to them, even the little things, because deep down, they don't want to be there. But they don't want to be what you guys consider the bad person. So maybe, just maybe, if I get frustrated enough or if I yell at them enough, maybe they're ended. Because for some reason, you humans are so afraid of ending a relationship because you don't want to be the bad one. That's illusion. Well, it's all illusion, but that's a very deep, embedded illusion. Bad one? Where does that come from? So you don't feel the same. Your feelings have shifted. You have grown apart. Where in any of that is bad? But see, you were told, perhaps by peers and parents, don't break someone's heart. That's bad. But are you really breaking someone's heart? No. Some people are meant to be with another partner, one for the rest of this lifetime here, right now. That is very agreeable of the two souls that came in. That was their path. But not everybody has the same path. That would be boring. Think about it. Everything in planet Earth is all but boring. There's so many things here. So many things. But if you grow apart, you were meant to grow apart. You were meant to grow together, learn whatever the souls wanted you to learn, and then move on. A lot of you guys start to mold yourself and you don't realize that you're even molding yourself. So, because loneliness seems to be the theme tonight, we're going to just keep going with it. The more and more consciousness of you guys that we're reading, the more and more lonely and needing help with partnerships is coming. So, we're going to keep going at this. Okay, so we lost our track here. That's okay. We'll come back to it. Okay, so if you feel that you need to end a relationship because every part of your body doesn't want to be there, then we would say it's better to go ahead and pull off your band-aid now instead of slowly peeling it. Have you guys noticed, right? We're talking to the ones that, like, let's go back to a relationship that you had that you ended, right? Everybody get on the same page. Go pull up a relationship that you ended. How many times did you stay with that person because they were a good person? Or they did this, or they helped others? How many of you seem like you were feeding yourself whatever you needed to just keep holding on? Most of you. Did that help the relationship at all? No. Did that help the relationship where it did not end? No. Every one of you guys, it ended. So, what did you give up for that? Well, potentially you gave up time, correct? On the human form. Time's a thing here, illusion, but it's still here. What parts of yourself, maybe, did you give up trying to make it work? And here comes the molding part. That's where we were, molding. Here comes the molding part. When you are in a relationship just trying to make it work because there was something about that person that you loved, you start to mold yourself. You guys don't even know you're doing it. But you mold yourself because instead of being completely honest, which you're choosing not to, you have no choice but to take parts of yourself and hide it from your partner. Hide the biggest thing, which is, I don't want to be in this relationship anymore. So, how can you hide that from a partner? Simple. You start molding parts of yourself to mirror them. That way they don't see what you're thinking about. It's kind of tricky and kind of interesting if you think about it like that, right? A lot of you guys have like, whoa, wow, angels, I've never actually stopped to think about that. That's why we mold. That's one of the reasons why you guys mold. Another one is you guys are just so afraid that they won't accept you for you. So you mold. You mold parts of yourself. But here's the honest truth here. If you're in a relationship and you feel that you cannot be honest with the other person, you're not really in a relationship. You're in a relationship that's basically eventually will not keep going. It will end. You should be able to be 100% real with that person. Your true self with your partner. Those are the ones that last. Now, a lot of you guys get in with partners and you both mold one another. So, if you are molding to try to be like your partner, and your partner's molding to try to be like you. Do you realize what you're going to have is two very fake people? Kind of like an empty shell. You're there, but you're not really there. So, relationships. For all you humans that are alone right now, go within. Have fun. Go do what you want to do. Guess what? This is time where you don't have to ask, like, hey, what do you want to do right now? Hey, what do you want? You have freedom to do whatever you want to do. Go do it. Go have fun. You don't have to ask those questions. And watch how much fun you have. And then, by golly, guess what? Your vibration's going to rise. And instead of having the same person over and over and over, just different people, but same personality, it's going to shift. And maybe when you're out having fun, and let's say you're going to go paint and do wine, so let's say you're like, hey, let's get a bunch of girlfriends together and let's go do paint and have some wine and just enjoy it. What if you go there by yourself? Oh, God. Angels, you can't go anywhere by yourself. That's so lame. That's just so sad. Why? Why is it sad to go to a studio and paint and drink some wine with other people that you don't know? That's how you make new friends, isn't it? Right? Isn't that how you meet new people? You can't meet a new partner if you're not going out. I mean, yes, some of you can. It's called online dating. But anyways, you know where we're getting at here. So, here's one. Why can't you go to movies by yourself? Literally, you don't talk during a movie. You watch the movie. Why can't you go there by yourself? Do you think a group of people are going to notice that you walk in the movie theater and you're by yourself and they're going like, oh, look at that lonely person? No. No. And if they do, that's not on you. That's how they feel. Right? Message of yesterday. Don't care what other people think of you. Only care what you think of yourself. That's the only important person is you. And who cares if someone laughs at you go into a movie theater and a group of people laugh that you're by yourself? Oh, well, guess what? They probably are insecure to go by themselves, right? Because anyone who's in their own power, their own love, would never laugh at another person for any reason. And that's the truth. They're insecure about their own self. It's never about you. It's always a mirror to the other person. So that does go with you. If something gets you really angry or upset, what does that mirror that you don't want to see, that you know is inside you? Be brave here, right? You can make being alone a big, big, big thing, or you can make it very small. You all have the choice, as you all have choices. We said it yesterday, we'll repeat it today. You all have thousands upon thousands of choices. You choose whatever makes you feel better. So if you don't want to be cooped up in a house because your both boyfriend just broke up with you and you want to get out and go see that new movie, get out and go see that new movie. Oh, here's a big thing. Can you be so brave to go out to eat by yourself? Sit at a restaurant by yourself and eat. Ooh, that's scary, isn't it? Nobody eats at a restaurant by themselves. Yes, people do. It's people who don't care what others think and they really just want to go out to that restaurant and eat their food right there. Those are people that have their own power. Those are people that realize this world isn't all about where's my mate? Where's my mate? Where's my mate? Where's my mate? They have cracked the code, as we would put it. They have realized I step into my own power. I really want Chinese. I'm going to go and I'm going to eat there and I'm going to eat my Chinese. And guess what? I don't have to share it. You want to know why? Because I'm eating it by myself. I do have to pay for it. But, anyways, the people that you see doing things by themselves, they're in their own power. They have literally realized that they're powerful, as everyone is powerful. But most people have not realized it yet. Most people hide behind a partner, and their power comes from their partner. Now, that is not real power. We'll repeat that. That's not real power if you're getting your power from your partner. Perfect example. If you are with someone, and let's say that your partner is the one who has the high paying job, because that's so important for you humans, has the high paying job, they're the ones who drive the real nice car, and you have medium job, you drive the really kind of not great car, it's kind of really old and makes a lot of noise, but you're in their shadow. So your power, you don't have any. You have close that off. So what you wait for is for your partner to get a power move, and then you latch on to their power. Do you ever step into your own? Not in that case. No, you don't. Does the power of your partner last? No, because now there's two people draining it. Now, is that person, your partner, actually in their power? Not their true power. Because if you're basing anything in a relationship about money, you are not in no power. No. Money is an illusion. Money does not make you happy. Money is just energy that's available to anyone here on planet Earth. You don't take it with you. Most of the time, people that need a lot of money is most of the time they're lacking on their own power. They're not tapping into their actual power. They believe that the more money they have, there's power. And actually, there isn't any power in money. It's just energy. That's what money is. It's energy. Power comes within you. Money doesn't come power. There's a lot of you guys out there that are in marriages and you don't want to be there anymore, but you have kids and the kids are small. So you're going to wait till the kids are 18 and then that's when you're going to get your divorce and that's when you're going to start living. Well, let's just break that down. For one, no one is guaranteed to be around as their kids get older. You're here till you're not here. But if you're waiting until your kids are 18 before you start living, you might not make it. There's no golden rule to death. Death is when it's already written. So it's basically when you meet exactly where your soul wants you to meet. Then you die. You don't really truly die. No one ever dies. But there's so many people that actually don't get to even start living because they don't make it until all their kids turn 18. So we definitely wanted to touch that because there's a lot of people in that boat. Do you think your kids would be happy with you and your partner constantly fighting like you do, or separate? Most of you will give us, I don't want to break up the family. That is one of the biggest false lies that you guys feed yourselves. But we guarantee you, your family is already broken. It's already broken up. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. That's just how it's supposed to be for your family. There's nothing you did wrong. There's nothing anyone did wrong. But it's just not meant to be anymore. Kids are very, very intelligent. Most of them mirror their parents. So if the parents are having a really hard time, deep down they know before the parents even know. They can feel it. And if you actually talked to your kids, have a heart to heart, and ask them what would they want, most of them would be like, do you guys stop arguing if you guys live separately? Because that's what the kids want, is not to hear all the fighting and arguing. Or here's another group of you guys. You guys don't fight and argue at all. You guys are actually silent. You guys say nothing to one another. That's the same. That's the same. Live in your power, live in your truth. Not every partnership is meant to last forever. If you are deep down having these feelings that are coming from your heart that it's like this isn't working, honor that. Talk to your partner about that in a loving way. You don't have to be mean about it, in a loving way. The thing is, most of you guys wait too long and the person can't get to the love anymore. They're just so sick and tired of the other person because they chose to stay and kept staying and staying and staying. So, this whole Monday talk is all about relationships, but it's still the same message that we will repeat over and over and over. Step into your own power. Money is not power. Money is just energy. You do not take it with you. It does not make you who you are. Your power makes you who you are. Own your power. Step into your power. Become yourself. Then you will see life differently. For all you guys that are wanting to end relationships, hear the message. You are not a bad person. Nobody is a bad person. Nobody. Everyone's living out a path. It is a path that was designed by the soul. Nobody's a bad person. If you are truly at that point, be honest with your partner. If you truly loved that partner, you would be honest and have that conversation. Now, we're not saying that this conversation is going to be easy peasy. No, but you will realize the more that you speak your truth and not your lies, your life and your body will feel so much better. The body won't have all these lies that it's consuming. So, therefore, your body will feel lighter, right? Your life will seem to be different because instead of what one lie adds to another lie, adds to another lie, to another lie, instead, you just speak your truth. Now, we will tell you this. As you start to speak your truth, you're going to have people that won't like that. You're going to have other humans wishing they could speak their truth. So they're going to try to get underneath your skin. They're going to try to tell you that you're wrong or that you should not have said that. They're going to try to see if you will go back to being a robot, being a slave, being whatever you want to call it, to your lies. Okay? 90% of humans lie all the time, every day. That's a lot of lies. A lot. Now, did we just throw a random number? Yes, we did, because that's not really real. There's no statistics here. There's never is. But we're saying most of you lie on a daily basis. So we ask you this. When was the last time you lied? And there's no reason to lie because we're angels. We know the truth. So be honest here. When was the last time you told a lie? Was it 30 minutes ago? Was it an hour? Was it 5 hours? Was it this morning? Was it yesterday? When did you tell a lie? And when you're honest with yourself, then you will realize that perhaps you told a lie without you even realizing it's technically a lie. Perfect example. Let's go back to the female that the boyfriend just broke up with her and she's depressed. Her friend calls her up and asks how how's she doing? And she responds, I'm okay. That's a lie. She's not okay. She feels like crap. She feels depressed. That's your power. Those are your true feelings. I feel like crap. I can't believe he did this. And on and on and on and on. But you get it out of the body. Instead of boop, 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 we're going to just call her Susan. Hey, Susan, I just wanted to call and check in. And we just want to know, how are you feeling? How are you doing? I mean, he was such a jerk. Nobody really liked him. Do you listen to what's happening? Now he is a bad guy. Now he was always a jerk. No, those are lies that now they're feeding Susan to make Susan feel good. And she doesn't feel good. You want to know why? Here's Susan. Oh, yeah, he totally was a jerk. Yes, he was. Then why did you date him? Or here's another part of Susan. Oh man, I didn't realize he was a jerk. I didn't know everyone didn't like him. Do you see what lying does? It bombards the body with more and more stuff that it just weighs it down. So here was something we would have said to Susan. Boop, boop, boop. Hey, Susan, it's the angels here. We just want to know how you're doing today. Well, angels, I'm okay. We understand what you said, Susan, but your emotions, your feeling, your energy, it kind of seems like you're not okay. And that's okay. Susan, this will take time. All wounds, if you want to call it, will heal. But in time, you will understand that this is for your highest good. And in divine timing, you will get that. Well, that's great, angels. But right now, I just feel like crap. So honor that, Susan. Honor that feeling. Go inside. Find yourself. Find your power. Honor it. See what you would like to do differently next time. Right? That's a friend coming from the heart, not putting down anybody, but allowing Susan to express her true feelings at that moment with her friend, the angels. And don't get us wrong, we know that that's not going to be easy because, like we said, most of you guys have been lying so much that switching that off and starting to speak your truth would be a little bit taunting, right? A little bit exhausting of like, or you can say, angels, I spoke my truth once and it didn't work. Like, we're use Kelly as an example. We asked her if we could use this because it's a perfect example. So this happened years ago. Who knows? But anyways, so she was more into her power. She was just being her, and her personality is a very, very leader, very funny personality, but also someone that has a tendency to see through your lies. All right? There's people that can do that. She's one of them. So she went to a party. Her just being herself, right? She's a medium. So she had an opportunity to help somebody. She, 99% of the time, takes the opportunity because she has stepped into the power of being the medium that she was born to be. So she didn't think anything of it. She was just being her. The female that she was talking to didn't show any signs, didn't tell her stop talking about him or nothing to that point. So nowhere in there did the other person give her any clue of like she didn't want to have this conversation. So she left, didn't think anything of it. Apparently, it was a big deal. Now we're going to tell you why it was a big deal. Was it a big deal between Kelly and the female that this was going on with? No, it wasn't. It was a big deal from the friend she was talking to. Her best friend was the one that had the problem. And therefore, her best friend went to not Kelly, but to Kelly's friend and had the problem and talked to that person. Now, what is wrong with this story? Have you guys figured out what's wrong with this story? For one, if you have a problem with another human, take it up with that human. Own that power and talk to that person. Don't go and involve 5 different people. And we're sorry to say this, but as females, that happens a lot. Because no, and what was funny, because Kelly's personality, she actually went back to that person, not the one who ran what you guys would say ran her mouth, not her, because she wasn't involved. She went to the source, to the person she was talking to. Now, this is perfect, guys. If you happen to have this happening right now, which a couple of you guys are, go to the source. Don't go to the source best friend. Go to the source and talk to that person. Because that supposedly is where the beef is what you guys call it. So Kelly went to that person. That person totally gave her a whole different story. She literally said, what you did, no, it was fine. Like, no, I needed it. What happened here? What happened? Well, what happened was her best friend was going through a lot of stuff. So the friend told her best friend what happened, and she was a little bit kind of like freaked out about it. It was a passing of somebody that was very close. She was very close to. And her best friend was not in her own power at that time. So she felt she needed to protect her best friend. But in reality, she did not need to protect anyone. And what was going on with her personal life with her sister was where the protection was coming from. But she pushed protection to her best friend and therefore created something that didn't even exist. We would say, raise your hand. Has that ever happened to you? And most of the time, it is a female thing. It just is. Yeah. So, one of the greatest stories on that, and that literally happened to Kelly. She literally went through that herself. The best thing you can do is go to the source. Don't do he said, she said. If you're really wanting to talk to the person to figure out what went wrong, go to the source, and there you will get the answer. So, if a group of females are coming together and they are going back and forth, who owns the power? None of them. None of them own their power. Who's speaking the truth? None of them. Because as one person told a story, the other person took that story to a different point. They brought in their personal stuff into that story. And then before you know it, the person that was just being their self trying to help someone did something wrong. Should watch how she says things, should watch who she talks to, and a whole bunch of shoulds. And that's not the case. The case is if you're speaking your truth, the only person that should stop if you are trying to help another person is the other person. Should go, hey, okay, I can't do this right now. Okay. And then you own that power of stopping. Don't engage. Don't push them. Don't push. Pushing is a no-no. Pushing, and no, it's not that, don't get us wrong, it's not that you did anything wrong. It's just that if you push someone, you kind of, to them, it's harder for them to step into their power. Do you see that? Right? This is all about yourself, and this is all about speaking your truth. But when you're trying to help another, then that person, power comes into play here. Now, if you're speaking your truth about you, nobody can take that power. But if you are trying to speak to another person to help them, now it gets a little bit, you guys would call it a little complicated, because now you have two people, so you have two powers here. So, helping people it's very easy. But also know when that person is telling you, can't do this right now. Honor that. They will respect you, and it gives them that power of themselves. And then you also still have your power because you tried, but you heard, no thanks, not right now. I'm not ready. So then you're like, okay. And then you let it go. Right? Speak your own truth, step into your own power. But when you are talking about another person and helping them. Now you have to merge the powers together. Basically, the reason of that story is you can't push someone into their power. You can't push someone, and if you're wanting someone to see something, don't push them to see what you want to see, because why would you do that? They don't see it. Okay, so why do you need that person to see what you see? That's called you need their approval. You need them to recognize whatever you want them to see. And again, that comes back to you not owning your power. You own your power. You don't need approval from no one. You own your power. You don't need to lie to anyone. You own your power. Your body feels way better. You own your power. Your energy doesn't get zapped. You own your power. You feel better. That's a good ending to this segment. So, tonight was all about relationships and friendships. A little bit of friendships, most of the time, relationships. But we would say friendship, relationships, it's all the same. It's a relationship of whatever kind you need to. All the rules, not rules, sorry, all the examples that we used, you can do it in any type of relationship. But we're going to leave you with the same thing. Own your power. Stop lying to others. And please stop lying to yourself. Own your power and see how that feels. See how your throat feels to go a whole day where you just tell the truth. That you don't try to be nice, that you don't give in to people, that you literally just tell your truth. Hence the word your truth. Because everyone's got their own truth. But you will feel so much better. So, if a friend that's having a real bad time, but deep down you don't really want to be involved, don't get involved. Your truth is you don't really want to be involved. Then don't do it. That person doesn't need you. And if they did, they would come. They would tell you. They would do whatever they needed. A lot of people like to lean on others that are on a higher vibration just so they can feel better for their self. But what they do is they drain the person on a higher vibration. And do they ever feel better? For a little bit, and then it goes away. So, you can't do anything wrong. Only speak your truth. Step into your power. Live a fun, joyful life. We had to throw that in there. We want to leave at a very high vibration because talking about relationships with all you humans, it's a very, very third dimensional thing, relationships. And it's a lot of beliefs and it's a lot of sadness. So we want to raise up everyone's vibration. So we're just going to send everyone love right now, unconditional. There's no condition here. And we're just sending you love. We're raising your vibration. Go a day, guys. Speak the truth. A one whole day. Let us know how you feel after it. And go into your heart and let's take a couple of deep breaths. And now we're going to call her back. You all have a good night. We will see you guys hopefully next Monday, if not maybe earlier. We do not know. But we will see you when we see you. We hope that you got whatever you needed out of this, and we know that you did get what you needed. And we understand that for some of you, this was very hard to hear, but we only speak from unconditional love, and we can only speak the truth because we do not have free will. So, we understand, and we know that you're scared. We are right beside you. We are here to help and guide you. All you have to do is ask us for help. We will be there. Good night. Okay. All right. I don't really have anything to say on that. Minus I'm thirsty. Just everyone have a good night. And like I said, I will be doing the Angel Talk Facebook. I'll go back and forth Facebook and YouTube. All right. Take care. Bye.